Hello, welcome back to Wilbertz World. Today, we're going to talk about another chapter in the life of Wilbert, living with diabetes, anemia, heart failure, and newly diagnosed asthma. My original plan for today was to do cooking, but a new chapter occurred in my life, and today I am coming to you from Worcester, Massachusetts. So we established that I live alone and I'm totally blind, and I'm navigating all of my various diagnoses, administering my medications, monitoring my blood pressure, monitoring my sugar levels, as well as manipulating my diets. But with all of that being part of who I am and what I am, I'm still able to participate with family and do things that are important to life beyond illness. So instead of my planned cooking sessions, which we would do probably during the next episode, I decided to report to you today that I am in Worcester, Massachusetts, because my firstborn grandchild has been accepted in the Massachusetts School of Pharmacy and Healthcare Systems to obtain his doctorate in physical therapy and his master's in business management of health programs. I have flown over here today to be with my daughter and her children. I am currently sitting in my hotel in Worcester, Massachusetts. But recently I was diagnosed with cardiac amyloidosis. But I had a peculiar thing happening. My lungs were continuing to shut down. The heart doctor said, "What's the lungs?" The lung doctor said, "What's the heart?" But long story short, prednisone was the only thing that could rescue me. I recently tried treatment for bronchitis. When that treatment was over, I had to go back to the prednisone. Last week, however, I was in the hospital once again, and the doctor decided to treat me for asthma. The good news is that I have not taken prednisone. Today is August 27th. I took my last 10 milligrams of prednisone on Monday, August 24th. That is matching the longest period since May 8th that I have survived without taking prednisone. However, let's be clear, I do believe that part of the treatment for asthma does have some prednisone or some type of steroid in it. But I am still moving forward without an actual prednisone regimen at this time and counting. I don't know how long this is going to last, but this is the first time that my lungs has been open this long without being on a prednisone regimen. The issue that's difficult is my diets. I have to supposed to pay attention to a diet that has a minimum amount of salt. So I'm on a low salt intake because there's no such thing as a no salt intake, because some foods automatically contain salt. So you're gonna get some salt. So I think my strive goal is to try to have less than 2,000 milligrams of salt a day in my diet. Well, I'm diabetic, so I have to minimize my sugar intake. Well, when I initially was diagnosed with sugar, I asked the doctor about the best diet for diabetes because I did not want to be part of insulin. So, and I also did not want to take metformin because of my liver health. And so he basically said vegetables, but he also did not recommend a diet strictly for diabetes, solely because he said some of the things that you eliminate to eliminate sugar, your body actually needs those items to completely process your daily needs. So instead of excluding things from my diets for diabetes, he recommended that I reduce the portions of what I do, what I eat, and what I drink. Well, that's all fine and well up until May 8th, when we determined that heart failure loves starch. So some of the things that I need to eat that's healthy for the heart now are detrimental to the diabetes. So, my diet now has to consist of things that are friendly with diabetes, as well as friendly with hypertension, as well as being friendly with the heart. So, now I have to juggle not too much sugar, not too much salt, not too much fat, or not too much whatever. So somewhere in between. So my cooking habits has changed, but we will get into on our next visit. But I wanted to highlight that with all of this, I still try to lead a quality of life. So I flew to Worcester to be with my daughter and her kids. And I am now here today. And I'm doing this video because I am celebrating the fact that my asthma treatment has extended my period without prednisone. I monitor my blood pressure every morning by taking my blood pressure, this is a talking blood pressure machine. I monitor my oxygen level every morning because now I have a talking pulse ox machine. I take my sugar every morning because I now have a talking glucometer. And then I take my weight every morning because I have a talking scale. Then I have a pill organizer, which allows me to take all of my various drugs, like a big quantity, a whole pill bottle full of pills every day. I call it my pill cocktail. And now that I'm dealing with asthma along the way, I now have to utilize a pump and give myself a couple of squirts to keep my airways open. But all of that being said, I'm still able to enjoy a quality of life. And I am here talking to you. I also wear now a life alert, so that if I fall, I can call for help, or I can get to the emergency room and get my prednisone treatment if necessary. So if you see this video, if you have questions about maybe what do I do to maintain, send me a comment, ask a question. I will try to address your question. If you want to know how I perform some of my tasks, such as doing my blood pressure or doing anything, shoot me a question. I will try to get back to you on my next presentation. So stay tuned. Cooking, the way I prepare my food, and the advanced technology that I use when I'm cooking, such as air fryers, microwaves, cookie sheets, and other cooking apparatuses that are safe to use by visually impaired persons. Enjoy your day, and see you on my next show so you can pander.